Hello everybody, how are you doing? For those of you who are already in 2021, Happy New Year. It really is my heart's wish for you that 2021 is a blessed year for you and that only the best and the most wonderful things will come on your path. So we are now starting our painting marathon. The homework is done and it is time to get painting. So before I start, I thought it'd be a good time to make this a sacred ceremony. So I have just lit myself some incense. I think that is a very good sacred practice to have, and I'm going to light us a candle that represents the light and everything that is positive and beautiful, and I'm going to put that on my altar there, and we are going to get creative. So I'm going to just do a basic demonstration for you of what we are going to do now to break in the canvas. So what do you need? I think you will need a little bit of paint. So I've decided to begin with my cadmium red hue. And what I've done is I've used a pipette and I've just added some water to my paint to improve its flowability. So I'm going to try and show you if I can. It's what? Fluidity. Thank you. My husband is helping me from the sides. So you can see it's not so thick. If you're going to use a thick body paint, it can be difficult to do this part of the exercise with. So you want this to look like maybe a creamy kind of consistency. Okay. So if you've got a color, hopefully your favorite color, or maybe a red, I'm using a red because it's going to stand out nicely on the canvas for you. You're going to use those positive affirmations that you've just written. That is a positive shift in gear from a fear and a worry to that of being empowered. And we're going to write that positive affirmation on our canvas. What we can also add to this thing is any positive words of affirmation, powerful words that make you feel empowered. So once you've written your affirmations, you can also select words like love, light, faith, hope, grace, whatever words that you feel empowers you. You like the vibration of those words, and it's maybe even your words for 2021. That is what's going to go on our canvas as a foundational layer, and it's a fun way to break in a blank canvas because we're not worried about a painting and a picture yet. We just want to sort of get into the flow, feel what it feels like to put a brush mark onto the canvas. So just experience it for yourself. So that is exactly what I'm going to start with here. So I'm sorry if this is a bit of a reverse mirror effect as far as writing is concerned. It should empower your right brain by using the opposite. So I'm going to start here with a very basic way of doing it, and you can do this as pretty as you want to make it. I'm just going to do it as clear as I can. I am, I think, is in the English language the closest that we will get to an equivalent of sacred language. I am is so empowering. It is such a positive vibration, and anything that follows I am really becomes a manifestation. So in a way, in the English language, I am is something similar to abracadabra, which is actually Hebrew, very interestingly. And it really directly translates as I now manifest. That's what it means. It's so interesting that they work that into magical tales. So this is abracadabra in English. I am. Okay, so let's go for this. I'm going to try not to make it a spelling error. It's I-N-T, huh?
Yeah.
So you can see if you've added some water to your paint, it improves the fluidity of it, so it's easier to write with it. So very simple statement, I am abundant. That is my mantra for 2021. Hi Nan, good to see you. Okay, so you can then completely fill this canvas with positive statements, positive affirmations, positive words, and you can use any color, all of the colors of the rainbow. There is no limitations. So that is exactly what we're going to do now. We're breaking in our canvas by giving it a foundation of positive words and positive affirmations. So let nothing stop you. You can be as creative as you want. You can write it in any way that you want. If you are good with writing in a fluid way, any way that makes it pretty or beautiful. Hi Corinne, our favoritist person in the world. Welcome. And use that maybe as a design element on your first layer. This is what we call in painting an underpainting. So really it's not that important what it looks like. It's going to become a foundational part of your final design. So in the end you won't see much of this, but you know that it is in the underneath. So just like my previous symbols is now underneath, you can see some of it's shining through. So your positive affirmations and words will become part of the texture, part of the beauty of your final design that we will work towards. So that is my instruction for you at this stage. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna just continue painting so you can see a little bit more. Then I'm gonna end this live and I'm gonna switch over to our Facebook room, which you will find at the top of our group. I've pinned it at the top. You just join the group and you will be able to see from our other camera how my husband and I are just being creative for this layer, and I will speak to you soon. So let's get painting. Are you painting already, Nan, where you are in the world? I love the drawing that you shared with me on our group. That is absolutely beautiful. I actually want to encourage you to share that as a separate post because I think that's so stunning. I don't want anyone to miss it. So if you can, Nan, share it with all of us as a separate post. So Corinne, where are you watching from? Are you in Wilderness? Please drop us a comment so we can see and say hi to you. Corinne is our bestest friend. and we're missing her, and it's so nice to have her on the airwaves with us. Hi Brenda, so nice of you to join us. Please tell us where you're from. Jupiter, Florida, USA. Absolutely stunning. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. It's absolutely wonderful to have you here with us. I hope you're painting along. It's like I said in my first video, there's a very big difference between creativity and artistic skill. And I think a lot of people are scared of the canvas. And when we talk about let's have a painting marathon or let's paint together, the idea that comes to mind for a lot of people is that I'm going to set up a still life or something like that, and you must now come to the canvas with incredible skill and render a painting that is on the same standard as that of the Renaissance masters. And that is absolutely not what we are doing. And creativity is a foundational, energetic tool and part of our human makeup, I believe. We are born with creativity. You can look at any child, they are all creative, and sometimes to levels that is astounding. And whether it's beautiful or not, whether it's a good rendering or not, they're not very interested in whether you like their drawing or not. They just do it with such purity and with such, what is the word?
Playfulness.
Playfulness, thank you, yes, you know, and sharing it without fear or shame. And it is so sad for me that at some stage of our growing up, we become so intimidated and we become shameful and we become scared to share that open part of our soul, bearing our soul in a creative way. So I am here to tell you that being creative is part of your makeup as a human being, and we've stopped being creative. So as a creatively fit coach, this is my way of awakening that creativity within you again, because it is part of who you are. And I'm just simply inviting you to come to the canvas and begin to play again. And if a brush is intimidating, the good thing about acrylics is it's healthy. It's not healthy, it's safe, it's not toxic, so you can use your finger. If a paintbrush is too intimidating for you, just use your fingers. That's also a good way to just get into the playfulness of it again, you know. So don't let a paintbrush intimidate you. This is exactly what children would love to get into, to just smear the paint on the canvas. So I'm here to hold space for you. I'm here to invite you back to the canvas, to be playful, and to allow 2021 to be the year where you embrace this part of your human makeup again. If you've been putting this on the shelf, if you've been walking around with a belief system or idea in place that says something like, I cannot even draw a stick figure, therefore I am not an artist, therefore this is not for me, then you are wrong. I'm here to prove you wrong. Because if you follow along with these simple systems, I'm going to show you that by allowing yourself or giving yourself the permission to express yourself creatively again, something's going to shift in your life in a big way. And I'm just waiting for that aha moment to click into place. This is a creative practice. And by practicing a creative practice, yes, some skills become stronger. Yes, your paintings can become more beautiful. But isn't that the same as anything else in life? You wouldn't start running a marathon if you haven't even walked around the block in 20 years of your life. So if you want to do a marathon, you have to start training, and you start doing it with short little runs at a time, and you build up your stamina until you can do an 80-kilometer run or something like that. With art and creativity, is exactly the same thing. There is proteges that are born with incredible artistic skill from a young age, but you know, they are blessed. This is not what we're talking about. I'm just talking about expressing yourself in a creative and a colorful way. And as you do that more and more, yes, you will learn some techniques, and yes, it can become a skill that you practice, that becomes you know, empowered, and then eventually you can render amazing artwork. I started painting really seriously in 2016, and in 2017 when I completed my Creatively Fit coaching program. And if I have to look back at my art from 2016, 2017 and compare it with my art now, it's worlds away, because I've been practicing every single day, whether it be a small little watercolor or just one layer at the canvas, it doesn't matter. But I can see the growth that I had, and I'm a self-taught artist. Nobody taught me art. I didn't go to art school. I don't have a degree in art, but that is irrelevant. Like I said, that is technique, and this is creative expression. Nan is saying, Brenda, we are almost neighbors. I'm on the Alabama Gulf Coast. How awesome, our American friends. It's so good to have you here. Awesome. I'm just going to continue to play on my canvas. I'm going to end this live session for now, and it will be available for replay. And I'm going to switch cameras to our group room. Like I explained, it is at the top of our group. You just click to join the room. You will need Facebook Messenger, and you don't have to engage. You don't even have to turn your camera on if you don't want to, but we will have our camera on so that you can see how we continue to create in this beautiful layer of our painting. And I will see you guys a little bit later when we talk about the next layer of our sacred symbol. So if you still haven't received your sacred symbol and you want me to help you with that, please drop a comment on this video or somewhere in the event on our group. Just tag me. My name is Gideon, and then so that I don't miss out on that, and then I will help you to discover your power symbol for 2021. So, and then also please don't forget, take photographs as we travel through this painting marathon. Share your work with us. Please do not be shy. It is not about being product orientated, or it's not about perfection. It is about process. So the more of you sharing your process, the more you give somebody else the permission who is speaking from the side, stage, to step center stage and to paint along with us. So I'll see you guys at your canvas real soon. Bye bye.